What's happening, everyone? John Hendricks here for Boot Crew Media, coming at you with another episode of The Drive, presented by Royal Honda and Metairie. Well, it's Friday. We got the final Saints injury report. Everything's kind of where it should be going into Sunday against the Falcons. And so let's kind of jump right into it, and let's start kind of with the big news of who's not going to be available. First and foremost, Paulson Adebo has been ruled out with an ankle injury. Look, I think there was some optimism that he was on the right track. And again, I don't think this is a guy that you say has to play in week one. You want him 100%. Let's not mistake that, right? But maybe if he's 80, 85, you could take a chance if this is a very meaningful game. But this is an 18-week season, 17 games to go. They're going to make sure, 100% sure, that Paulson Adebo is good to go before they trot him out there. Leave nothing to chance. Obviously, Bradley Roby is a guy that can take over for his spot. Might see some Alontae Taylor, but then it comes who's going to play in the slot. That's going to be some interesting things to look at. Dwayne Washington also ruled out, hamstring injury. Traquan Smith has been ruled out too. Both of those guys were at the open portion of practice just for a brief bit, just working off to the side. So at least that's encouraging to see them stepping in the right direction. But obviously those two will not be out. Now moving on to who is questionable, because, it could be either way on some of these guys, but somebody that it shouldn't be is Michael Thomas. Listed as questionable with a hamstring injury. Again, guys, he looks great. He's looking fantastic. I mean, he's given it his all on every single rep that we're able to look at. And again, I'm just really excited. If he doesn't play in week one, then I would just be completely shocked. He's somebody that I think is going to come out and make a huge statement in week one against the Falcons. Just being there is going to be a huge boost for this team. So other guys that we're looking at, Landon Young is questionable with a hip injury. Again, at practice today, moving around, that was good. JT Gray was on the injury report this week with also with a hamstring injury. That's somebody that they really need in terms of special team. He's questionable coming in. And so, look, guys that aren't really carrying an injury designation, that is a good thing. Eric McCoy with the calf, no game designation status. He's great. He's good to go. Just had that big 5-year contract extension. Pete Werner, big news there. He is not listed on the injury report. That groin, hopefully it holds up, because this is what we've been waiting to see, him and Demario Davis working alongside each other. So, look, a lot of good things and a lot of good promising things, I would say, looking at the Saints injury report. Again, those are things that we'll just have to pay attention to as the weekend comes. Things could change. And, of course, Tyrann Mathieu, we can't forget about him. Late add on the injury report. He is questionable with an illness. That's kind of all we know as far as things go right now. We'll just have to see. Hopefully he gets to a point where he feels better tomorrow. We'll see if he travels with the team tomorrow, and then we can start worrying about if he's not in the mix, or is it P.J. Williams who mans the slot, all those types of things. But all in all, Saints looking pretty good going into week one against the Falcons. They're going to be on the road. We'll be out there for sure. So be sure to keep it tuned to Boot Crew Media. Going to do some live stuff for pregame and obviously give some thoughts postgame. But if you haven't checked out all the written work, go to Saints.media at Saints News Network for all the stuff we crank out over there. Check it out. All the stuff you need to know going into this weekend against Atlanta. I'm John Hendricks again for Boot Crew Media. Thanks to Royal Honda for producing today's show. Thanks, and have a good weekend. Safe travels if you're going out to Atlanta. I expect to see a lot of Saints fans there.